Hello everybody, this is Tim here again, this time with another review. I recently just got in my CreepShow Season 1 set with a glow-in-the-dark cover, which is really cool, and it comes with like a little mini comic book booklet where it shows like the covers of each one of the stories, which is kind of neat. And here you got the back. I recommend this for CreepShow fans. All in all, this Season 1, I didn't catch the show when it was on Shudder. I just now watched the show. I just decided to buy it and watch it. All in all, what do I think about the show? From 1 to 4, I would say it's a 3. It's a solid 3. It's been getting mixed reviews. It's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag show, but it's not a bad show and it's not a great show. This is one of those in-between shows. I think it's been getting some negative reviews because some people have been holding it up to higher marks than what it should be just because it has the name Creepshow. In which, since it has the name Creepshow, you're expecting a level of quality, but I think for the most part, this is a quality show. It is a 3-star out of 4 show. It's a good show. It's just not a great show. You got episodes like The Gray Matter, which has a really cool monster in it where this boy's dad like drinks this type of alcohol that mutates him in like this water type creature or whatever, big blob looking thing that can duplicate, which is really cool. It's got Tobin Bell in it and the black dude from Breaking Bad, whose name I forgot. Yeah, it's definitely worth owning if you're a Creepshow fan. It's a hell of a lot better than Creepshow 3. This is pretty much the real Creepshow 3. This show is. It's not as good as Creepshow 1. It's almost as good as Creepshow 2, which was a 3 out of 4, which is a good movie, but not a great movie classic like the original. But it's close to being as good as Creepshow 2, but it's not quite there. I think it would work better if instead of splitting each episode into 2 different stories, it was just one long story for each episode. That way they could just spend more time developing the characters and all that. Then I think it would probably surpass Creepshow 2 as a whole with 6 episodes. You got 6 episodes. Each one is a 2-parter, or not so much. Well, not a 2-parter in the fact they're connected, but they're 2 different stories. And the creep pretty much comes in between each one and opens up a comic book that's got like a cover representing the story that you're getting. It's kind of cool. The creep doesn't talk just like in the original movie, which I'm fine with. Some people have a problem with that. Personally, it didn't bother me. But yeah, all in all, it's a good show. You got other episodes like the head of the house or dollhouse or whatever about this little head that's like haunting this dollhouse family, and this little girl's like trying to save them. And you get a cameo by Chief Woodenhead as like a little doll figurine. That was kind of neat, although I wish the Chief Woodenhead doll figurine had lived. But that was kind of neat. But the ending of it is anticlimactic. And you got another one which is got a great performance by DJ Qualls, who was in The New Guy. He plays in this episode called The Finger, which is, give him the finger. But he finds this finger and it just mutates and grows in like this little creature named Bob, who's like this little skeleton demon looking thing, but it's really friendly to him, and he like feeds it popcorn. It likes to watch soap operas. It's pretty funny. That was a good one. My least favorite is probably this one where this chick is trapped in an elevator with this dead body of this woman she accidentally killed, and she's trying to like get out of the elevator and hide the evidence. Mostly because it just kind of drags and doesn't really go much of anywhere. I think it would have been better if the whole thing was just treated psychologically, like the entire thing was in her mind, and at the end she just gets killed randomly by an accident of her own stupidity. I think it would have worked better as that. It just feels really uneventful. All in all, it's an okay episode. All in all, there's no bad episodes in this season. They're all, at the very least, good. The only okay one, in my opinion, is the one episode with the chicks in the elevator. My favorite episode was Skin Crawlers, or whatever, the one about these fat people trying to lose weight, and this dude's got this revolutionary new weight loss program where he puts these little insect bugs or whatever, slug type things on your body, and it sucks out the fat. But then there's the solar eclipse that causes all the people who have had the fat sucked out to like go crazy, and there's this one fat guy who hasn't had it done, and he's the hero, and he saves the day, and it's pretty much like a happy ending. That was kind of cool. I didn't expect that. That was a fun one. A lot of great gore in that one. And then the one at the end was pretty well done. Almost didn't feel like Creepshow because it kind of felt like it would be more like an Amazing Stories episode, really, because it's about this Loch Ness monster type creature that's this little girl's dad died trying to prove was real, and now she's trying to find it, and it actually does wind up real and eats the abusive stepdad. It almost didn't feel like a Creepshow type story. It felt, I know it's written by like Joe Hill, I believe, Stephen King's son. I believe that's who wrote it, which is cool, and it's a good story. But it didn't really feel like a Creepshow episode to me. It felt more like a Amazing Stories type thing. But yeah, all in all, this is a good show. I recommend it for people disappointed in a show. If you're expecting something on the same level as the original film, you probably will be let down. But if you're willing to accept the show for the quality it is, then it's a good show. And I look forward to season 2. So thank you guys, and I recommend picking it up, and I'll see you again in the next review.